and to keep Kenyans busy discussing what I would call completely non-consequential
Is it non-consequential when it's 15 months to the election, discussing a political party?
On this issue of the political parties, so that you can understand where Kenya is, and particularly the president. The president has established a broad-based government that is beyond Kenya Kwanza. It is a fact. It's a fundamental fact. And the evolution of political parties in Kenya, even if we register today additional 10 political parties, with respect to 2027, they will enter into a coalition with one group of the other.
A coalition or one bigger party that swallows others?
No.
That
business
wants.
of swallowing is a phantom story you are creating.
It's reality.
Cause confusion.
ANC had
to cause confusion.
ANC had to close shop.
That was voluntary decision by ANC. A party can decide to fold up.
They were forced.
It cannot be
By
forced.
who?
They were forced.
It cannot be forced.
By their
now,
boss.
allow me. It's my time. With respect to 2027, and with respect to the president, he will contest elections, and mark this. Of course, it will be a one-horse race versus donkeys. That's a fact. And the formation of a coalition, is almost three-quarter done. The coalition between Kenya Kwanza team, which brings in UDA and others.
So you disagree with her assessment that Kenya Kwanza is no longer an entity, okay, at least for the purposes of the next election?
Not disagreed. Listen, the Kenya Kwanza uniting with ODM is a reality. It is almost three-quarter or 80% done. When you're talking about zoning,
our understanding is that it's not Kenya Kwanza ODM, it's UDA ODM.
You want to create stories? No. It is Kenya
Kwanza.
It is Kenya Kwanza. But
there's nothing.
Kenya Kwanza and ODM.
There's nothing.
Yes.
Kenya Kwanza.
Kenya Kwanza
It's only
and
UDA.
ODM. And the party leader of UDA, President William Ruto, is a member of a political party called UDA. He is the party leader of UDA. And he has taken initiative to engage with ODM. And don't forget, he was a Pentagon member of ODM. That's a fact. So, and these two parties...
Please clarify on that issue of Kenya Kwanza, because there are other constituent parties within Kenya Kwanza.
There are other constituent parties within Kenya Kwanza, and they're within the broad-based. They were already there within Kenya Kwanza. And when ODM joined in...
The MOU that they signed was
but between the leader of Kenya Kwanza is the President William Ruto.
Where is Kenya Kwanza in this broad-based arrangement?
You are just putting a telescope where you are not going to see what you are looking for. What you will see is broad-based coalition. Remove that lens and stop wasting time. There will be broad-based coalition. And when you're talking about zoning, I agree with that. Zoning has happened automatically. In the by-election that we've witnessed, did you see UDA field a candidate in Kasipul? Did you see UDA field a candidate in Magarini? Did you see UDA field a candidate in this constituency in Siaya? In Ugunja, in Siaya? They did not. Right. Did you see ODM field a candidate in Malava? Did you see ODM field a candidate in Bere North? Did you see ODM field a candidate in Baniza or in Baringo? They did not. So there is already an automatic equilibrium on how to approach the 2027 elections. And 2027 election is about resounding re-election of President William Ruto and formation of a coalition government that brings in ODM as it has
without
done now.
Parties folding up necessarily.
No, without parties.
The parties will not fold up, and we have seen the president.
So we are disagreeing with this headline on the front page of the
You have seen the president Fred. The president attended the celebrations of ODM. And he donned the colors of ODM.
Yeah. Allow me to give you each 60 seconds because of time.
The president address gatherings in ODM zones, and he has respectfully accepted ODM members to don their colors. We must learn to
because of time. Because of time, 60 seconds.
He's taking our time.
And talking of parties, Jubilee and DCP apparently are disagreeing on who to field or which party to field a candidate in the Olkalau election.
And we are very clear that if Jubilee would want to field a candidate in Olkalau, they can go ahead and do it. This is a democratic country, as he said, and we have
no zoning.
No zoning. If they want to come and field a candidate, let them go ahead, because we know Olkalau is done. That is DCP. That is DCP. And that one you can take to the bank. But I need to respond to Mwalimu Sioni.
Yes.
It is very unfortunate.
As you make a final word.
Yeah. It is very unfortunate, and you need to apologize to the president for referring to his party as donkey. Because when you say that this party has one horse and several donkeys, you know very well that the president is going home and the United Alternative Government is the horse in the race. So when you refer to his party as donkey, you've already declared that you're going to lose. But I need to also agree with him on one thing. That is what he said. It is my time.
Comment.
I have 60 seconds.
You need to apologize. Time is running.
No, it's my time. You need to apologize because you might be...
But you are the first one who actually said you're going to have two horses and a donkey. You are the first one to say that earlier.
I was very honest.
Our time is up.
So even him is honest.
You are interrupting my 60 seconds. You are interrupting my 60 seconds unless you are not interested with yours. I say two horses. He came and referred to the United Alternative Government as the horse and the rest as punda. It is him who said, not me. But I need to say something.
Yes,
very important. Very important. You need to allow me to say this. When he says that 3/4 of what they are calling the broad-based coalition is done, and his party leader, Power, is saying that they have not started. So William Ruto is doing this alone. He has been actually doing this alone.
It is a quarter that's left for
a quarter is left for Power.
For signing.
They have just confirmed to you. Listen. They have just confirmed to ODM that ODM's opinion on this does not matter. You've already been bought. Mumekula deposit.
Asante sana bwana Ikua. Final words, 60 seconds, Rachel.
Yes, so pilipili sio ile inakuashia nini kama tumekula deposit, ni sisi ndio tumekula deposit. We are not complaining.
It is done.
If you want to perceive it as we've already taken some money, it is okay. But one thing I want to make very clear to Kenyans is this issue of zoning. Let us get it very clear that zoning is not just an ODM issue. Even previously we saw the DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua on the onset coming out and telling Wiper party leader Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka that in Nairobi we will not allow you or anyone to field any candidate.
Yes.
Nairobi is for DCP. That in itself is zoning. When Rigathi Gachagua said that 8 of these cabinet positions are for Mount Kenya, that is position zoning. So let us not look at it like ODM is being selfish, ODM is being undemocratic, ODM is moving away from its principles. No, we are doing what is happening all over the world.
Okay.
It's just not in Kenya alone. It is not isolated. The only difference is we are speaking about it just because of a little misunderstanding here and there and a little disrespect that we are seeing from our party, our coalition partners, especially from Mombasa. But when you come here and start telling us that ODM has been swallowed, ODM is going to fold up, I mean, ODM is even bigger than UDA.
Yes.
And we know
and demanding for respect.
And we are demanding for respect, and zoning is there. That is why we are seeing even other political parties, even Kalonzo will not allow DCP to field candidates in Wiper strongholds. Why? Because you're going to weaken the strength of their political aspirant.
Thank you very much.
So zoning is not something isolated.
Your time is done.
It's not just new to ODM.
60 seconds.
For avoidance of doubt, 2027 presidential elections will be a one-horse race of President William Ruto versus the others, versus the rest. And President William Ruto will be leading a uniting national coalition that will be made of constituent parties who will not be interfered with. And so the debate of zoning should die. There will be an equilibrium on how that approach will be of 2027 elections will be done. And that coalition will still master the majority at the Senate, the majority at the National Assembly, the majority at the governors, and majority also at the county assemblies. That is a fact. And that government will drive the aspect of inclusion of all communities in Kenya in governance of the country.
Thank you so much.
And that will be the final takeoff and journey to Singapore.
It's a process.
Thank you so much.
No, it's a process. It's a process, and we are on that journey.
Allow me to acknowledge.
No, we are
it is a journey.
Allow me to acknowledge Mwalimu Wilson Sossion, who's a educationist, also a unionist, and a former member of the National Assembly. Rachel Omolo, who's a public policy and governance expert, and Ikwa Wambote, political analyst. Thank you so much for your time at TV47, helping us look at the headlines today. These headlines are very interesting. Rakaraka Kura Wetangula Awasha Moto. Wilson Sossion does not agree. Daily Nation, most expensive presidency. Actually, President Ruto has spent 90 billion so far in the first 4 years. While Uhuru Kenyatta spent 90 billion.
We will come back.
After 10 years. And then the Standard Chan scandal.
We'll come and discuss.
The Star, Gachagua in big war with Mount Kenya MPs and county chiefs. And of course, the People Daily, why Ruto wants a new political vehicle for 2027. Our headlines this morning. After the break, we'll switch gears and talk about matters mental health, and Anno Dida will be here with a panel to discuss that. I'll join you later on for another discussion. My name is Fred Indimuli. Good morning.
Of their own. But while we are asking, are we losing ourselves to social media? That is the question we're asking you online. You can contribute and be part of this conversation on X at TV47 Digital. Remember to tag me at Ann_Dida so that we can sample your feedback right here. TV47 Kenya on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, our WhatsApp line is also active 24/7 0793 267 279. Talk to us, to me a voice note, hata video. We'll be happy to sample them right here the course of this show. I do have Hannah Wanjiku. Hannah is making it again to this show. Karibu sana. She's a businesswoman. The last time we were here, we were talking matters business. And just to mention, she sent me a very lovely dress. I put her to task to send me some pieces that, she sells on her page, and she did. Looks lovely, nitawaonyesha. We do also have Nancy Noel. Nancy is a lecturer at KMTC. She's a trained mental health expert. And we do have Thitai Rosemary, and she's a psychology student. Thank you so much, ladies, for making time. You look lovely. We're talking